Live from the heart of the blockchain, two legends rise.
Yo, it's Airwink in the cockpit, DJ Orakle in control. Teach your main city like it's coded in their soul. From the basis to the D plays, every tool, every tip. They'll turn noobs into legends on this crypto trip. Grinding mission, stacking loot, dodging fakes, making moves. You got question, they got proof. Boost defense, point prestige, mo finesse. Main city ain't a game, it's a whole mindset test. Loaded lions in the streets, cubs chasing that bread. Every stat, every buff, yeah, it's all in your head. So plug in, level up, learn the code, know the plan. With Oracle and Airwink, you gon' master the land.
Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit. Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Arwink 7. I'm joined with DJ Orakle. It's been a little bit since we've had a podcast, so we apologize up front, but we've got a few good things to talk about today, so thank you for joining us. And you want to do a quick little shout out, DJ?
Yeah. What up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Arwink, for hosting again. Thank you for having me. And thank you guys for waiting. I know you guys, we do have really good feedback on the podcast. So thank you for joining us. And how you doing, Arwink?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I mean, other than, so we were already doing a little take, so you guys know, and my computer decided to shut off. So this is take number 2. But at least we didn't get too far into the podcast. It would have sucked if we were 10 minutes out from the end and it decided to turn my computer off. But other than that, doing good, still grinding in Main City. And just excited to talk about some of the stuff that we've got on the docket here today.
Yeah.
Let me just run us
Definitely.
through.
And it wouldn't be a fun podcast if we didn't have technical difficulties.
Oh, exactly. Right. There's that's the nature when you're working with technology, right? There's always a hiccup somewhere. So for today, we're going to talk about the Midseason Blitz, right? So we haven't had a chance really to talk about what we did and our strategy, and how everything panned out and if we were happy with the results. Also some observations from the actual Blitz. And then we've got the partnered integrations. So we're going to talk about the Brave and Jack and Jill integrations that are either have happened or about to happen. And then also the Bold Tiger Partner Mint, which is the final, that I am aware of at least, announced partnership with Main City. So this is the mint that's upcoming on the 24th. So a few days from now. And then we want to talk a little bit about the attack bonuses. So the attack duration and the NFT partnership bonuses. Maybe brainstorm and talk a little bit about other bonuses that could be brought to the game, especially because we've hit 5 hours of attack duration now, with the Brave badges being integrated. So, it's quite a long attack duration. So it'll be interesting to see what other direction they're going, or are we just going to keep, adding partners that increase that. And then also we've got the mobile teaser. So they've been teasing the mobile a little bit. They had the campaign with the loaded merchandise to get a special reward or something for being one of the early supporters. So we were going to speculate a little bit about that, as well as a few other things that we wanted to discuss, like maybe timelines around when mobile is going to be released. So that's what we got for you guys today. So hopefully you're as excited as we are. And we might as well just jump right into it, right? Do you want to share a little bit about how well your competition went?
Yes. I ended up on for the Midseason Championship. I ended up at 138. I think it was on the third day that I really jumped in. I usually just get going to level 10, get my gold blueprints, get everything kind of set up. And then when I was working on getting a good timing to jump in. And the last few times I took a while to jump in. So this time I got a better starting. I think when I first started off, I think I was in the 60s. And then I couldn't play for a while, so I started dropping, and then I busted an all-nighter that got me back into the positives in the live ranking. So I was actually moving up. Um, and then after like halfway, when the businesses were a little cheaper, I think it was a museum that I bought. Um, and then that helped me to really get up there, keep climbing on the positive, because a lot of times on the past events, I get to a ranking and then I just try not to drop that much. But this time I was actually moving up. Um, so yeah, I was mentioning earlier that I recorded a video that was about 2 hours.
Hmm.
So it's I don't know if I might release it sometime in my YouTube channel in a 3 episode or something. Maybe I'll just watch it for myself, keep it in the archives. But yeah, I think I did pretty good this time around as far as my entrance.
Right on. Yeah, it'd be definitely interesting to see.
Yeah.
That's why I love recording some of the stuff, just even for my own, playback and sort of review of like, okay, what did I do this competition, right? How can I improve upon it? So that's one thing I find helping myself is like when I make these videos, right? It's sort of like a reflection for myself as well as, hopefully informing people on like, hey, here's some techniques and here's what I kind of do, right? So it's
Yeah, so
yeah, exactly. So it's interesting the
it's
way it
kind of like
works.
when you do, when you do sports and you kind of like watch people play or whatever, you can or like a performer, right? Like an artist or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I didn't think about that, but yeah, it does help me to like sharpen my game too. So yeah. How was your
Yeah, so
competition
I did the
experience?
experiment this time to see if I could do a buy-in strategy, and I think it went okay. I mean, I ended up landing 128 on the leaderboard, so not too terrible. And I think I put 480, basically 500k vouchers into businesses that I purchased. But I also did make some significant sales, enough to bring down my cost basis down to like 200 and let's say 250k vouchers. And I ended up netting a prize of about 880, somewhere around there. So, I mean, a net positive of 600k vouchers, and I only played for like 5 days isn't too bad. So I thought it was pretty good. My biggest holdback was I was struggling to find what would be like a powerhouse business, right? I needed something like maybe a little bit better than a museo. I think a museo could have worked okay, but I was hoping to get something like a bank or motors, something a little bit more oomph to its income generation. And so I think that's what held me back, because I was at like an hour per prestige, so it was a little slow. Whereas like even with like a really good attack bonus, so that was my biggest issue. I think is I cheaped out a little bit. I didn't spend as much as I could have, and that limited me from getting into like the live rank teens, right? Like if I would have hit like live rank 14, I would have probably ended up being, in the top 100 at least, or I could have even probably pulled myself into like the 70s. So a little bit better prize, but yeah, it is what it is. It was a good learning experience. I know a lot of people that do this strategy are like, it's not as easy as it looks. And it definitely is not as easy as it looks, right? You see people flying up the leaderboard, especially there's a guy, if you check the leaderboard, I remember seeing him, he was like rank 700 or something like that with 2 days left in the competition. And it's Blastoise. He ended up like, what did he end up? Rank like 18 or something like that, or 14?
16.
16?
16 Blastoise.
Yeah. So he bought in massive, right? He probably bought a couple really good businesses and a bunch of cool cats that put him in. I think he was like live rank 5 for a bit. So that really helped, obviously, with the income generation, or sorry, your live power generation to add to your total, right? That's really what the key is you need to get into those like really high ranks. And if you're in the top 10, you're going to get pulled up, into the basically top 20, no problem.
Yeah, because of the life power. And but you're right with what you say about that. Even though you're buying in, it still works because you still have to place furniture, you still have to level up, you still have to like meet requirements, you still have to just a lot of clicking, right? It's not
Yeah.
just I buy them, I place them, and I win.
Yeah, exactly. They're still meeting the requirements, unlocking the rooms, placing the furniture to level up and all that type of stuff that still has to go on, right? That's where, a lot of people basically, if they're doing that late buy-in strategy, they're playing for pretty much, probably 36 hours straight, just like leveling up, meeting requirements, attacking as much as like every 20 minutes, right? It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You gotta, set those timers,
Yeah.
attack every 20 minutes, and make sure you got your boosters going.
That's right. That's right. I was even a little nervous for you because I would like check and I was like, he's still not jumped in. He's not jumping in. And I'm like, but on the other side, the prices are getting lower. The prices are getting lower. And like, like it's your technique. But I was just like nervous. I don't know. Because we always do the podcast and stuff. So I always like kind of like check to see what the rankings are. And we kind of like stay in touch throughout the competition. So I do gotta say that I was a little nervous this time.
Yeah, I mean, so was I. 'Cause I was sitting there and I was like, man, like there was only like a couple days that I could have jumped in because, I mean, with being at the school and teaching, right? Like, I don't, like when I'm in the classroom, that's 50 minutes that I cannot, like, I'm not looking at my computer. I'm not attacking people and being active in the competition, right? And I usually have back-to-back classes too. So it's like, there's no end to it, right? So it's like at the most I get like maybe one quick little check, do an attack, and then I have to wait for my timers to reset. And then, I miss like 3 attack cycles or something with classes. So it can make it a bit of a challenge. So that's where I was like looking at like the days that I could jump in, and I found one where I was like, okay, I don't have a lot going on this day, so I could jump in, play the competition as hard as I can, sacrifice a few hours for the classes, and then I have a little bit of time off in the afternoon and was able to play. So it worked okay. I mean, I still think I could have probably performed better if I would have purchased something like a bank, right? Like even if it was a quality 1 bank, but it was, a high enough prestige, I could have power leveled to it and it could have helped me a little bit more. But I mean, I'm happy with where I landed. I did the cheap route and I still placed okay. Would have been nice if I would have got a data pad or something from those NFT drops, but
I know I did get one. But I like that you did try the system and now you can actually like talk about it from experience, especially because you're like a lot of you're one of the community members that a lot of people look up to. And when we have like new people coming into the community, they always like point towards you. So it's good that you were able to, in my opinion, it's good that you were able to have that experience as well. So that, it just helps your overall experience of the whole game. And I think it'll just make you a better player, And those NFTs do help too sometimes. So
yeah. Well, that's why like I don't count the NFTs as much of a significant driver for the prize anymore, because I'm just so used to getting nothing, right? It's just like, oh, here's another turbine. So I think this cycle, what did I get? I got the thermal goggles and the time bomb and a grenade launcher. So at least it wasn't just turbines. That was nice. But it's also sort of like, because I've got mostly primordials and mythics, right? So I don't have any obstacles to really affect my businesses other than on one region, right? It's like I'm getting things that are helping boost that one attack that I cannot use. So I'm just like, oh man, like really could have been. I mean, I don't use commons in normal mode either, and not really much in competition, other than like to meet prestige requirements. I don't know if you do the same.
Yeah, the same. I start off with my lowest one is pretty much a den. That's like my starter. My starter business is a den.
Yeah.
A Leo. I'm not sure if I'll do another Leo. I might just increase the quality.
Yeah, I do that a lot too, right? You run with those rares because they don't really cost that much more than a cool cat, right? So they're sort of at that level where it's like maybe they're like 1.3 times more than a cool cat, but they're producing like 3 times the amount of gold. So I find them useful in that sense, right? Of like I call them like the prestige breaker, right? They're the ones that I break into the next prestige with, and then they help pull up the other businesses that are bigger.
Yeah, definitely. The one thing that I kept doing pretty much in every comp is I was using maybe like 3 uncommons. So I might just go down to 1 and then 1 museum for the next one. For my normal mode, I'm using 2 just because both of them are quality 8s. Um, but I'm just trying to trim things
Quality
down
eights.
more.
Nice. I don't have any
Yeah,
quality 8
yeah,
businesses. Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. I have that diner.
okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Not yet, not yet. You gotta
No.
get an uncommon on the quality 8s.
Yeah. Honestly, my uncommon and my rare are doing like nothing now for for the overall like income of my game. So,
What
but
mm, what prestige are you on right now?
I'm at Prestige 176 right now. So
Oh,
like
okay.
like if we just take a look, I'm under attack right now, but like my motors is doing 6.4. Actually, I'll show it on the screen as well in case anybody wants to see as we're talking. So my motors does 6.4 BC, whereas like my Leo, yeah, my Leo and Co is doing like 0.78 BC, right? So like it's like basically a factor of 10, right, of a difference there. So that's where it's sort of like, and then my uncommon is almost at 1 BC, but I mean they add a little bit of extra value.
Requirements.
Yeah. Yeah, I use them for the requirements still, and they also like they still help. Like when they get to the next prestige, they're on par with my motors, which is, a prestige below it, and then it helps pull that motors up. But it was interesting because I saw in the Discord FFTB hacker, which shout out and congratulations to him. He is the one that won the mid-season competition. So that secures him the Conqueror skin for basically being ranked number 1 for this. They also got some trophies and stuff like that, which are pretty cool. But he also is on the verge of breaking into Division 3. So he's like right there, as you can see, with his cash. So yeah, probably by the time we even release this, who knows, he might be into Division 3. So congratulations to him.
I think he posted a screenshot where he's prestige 289, max level 610. So he's
Okay.
I don't think and then he doesn't have an option to prestige. So he put no Division 3 available. So they literally put on the feedback for the devs to open up prestige Division 3 because he doesn't have an option to jump to get in it.
Because yeah, they don't have a goal. They don't even have the currency announced, if I remember correctly. Like we don't know what the currency is going to be called.
Is it Obsidian? No.
No, because we're on platinum right now, right? Is Division 2. Division 1's titanium. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think the currency colors should be switched. Like this black one should be titanium, right? And platinum, because we all call the Division 1 is platinum, is what we think, because it looks like platinum. It's like a silver, but it's actually titanium.
Titanium.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
he
Division
is
2
there.
has-
He doesn't have the option to even get there. So that's kind of ridiculous that they make a race for something that can't even be obtained. Like, what? Lovely.
Yeah, that's Main City. Oh, we love Main City.
Oh yeah, those devs. Oh, and quick reminder, in case you were watching this and playing Main City at the same time, make sure you get your daily. I have not done mine, so let's just click it, grab that right now, get myself that 1 Lucinescence. There we go.
Nice, nicely done. Yes,
There
that
we
was
go.
great to get live for the podcast.
Yeah.
Great reminders. And you know what? Speaking of, I think the RNG gods were nice to me this time around with my NFTs because I did get a data pad, and I think it's because I've been grinding, posting reminders every day to make sure and get your daily rewards. So I'll just take that as good karma.
Jeez, look at you, Mr. Lucky. I wish.
Yeah.
Nice. No, that's good. I mean, well deserved because, like, I mean, how many competitions have we played? And it's just like, I think the best thing I've ever won was a Gatling gun. I've never won anything better than that. I know a couple competitions ago, my girlfriend won a generator, so I was happy that she got something decent. But yeah, normally it's like, I think EMP shell and I think a Gatling gun. Those have been my two best prizes.
Yeah, same here. Same here. This is the first time that I get a generator.
Was it the generator or the data pad?
A data pad. I'm sorry.
Data pad.
The
There you
data
go.
pad.
Nice.
Data pad.
Yeah, the data pad's
Yeah, 'cause,
definitely more
the-
favored over the generator, right? I'd rather be able to
that's
hit
the
them
tax,
harder.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because it's only 4 hours with the generator. It's like, oh, and the amount of times I've rolled bad, you know, it's like I've got pretty much, well, I got 5 of them. So I should be able to roll pretty decent, right? I think I can roll 130 as the max end. And then the amount of times I've rolled 40s, I'm just like, really? Like, come on. Like, basically, well, at least I know if you don't have any boosters, you can't break my defense at 40. But, I mean, most people where we're playing have at least a data pad and a couple duffel bags, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of sad when you get those rolls, but you know, you're just hoping that the attacker also gets a bad roll.
yeah. No, exactly. That's all you can really hope for. And I know that's usually my biggest crux is like, you know, even on my runs through, right? It's like you're down in the middle of, you know, the 800s, right? Put my defense on, and it's like, yeah, I got some good rolls finally. And then as you're pulling yourself into like the 200s and the 100s and stuff like that, and then it's like, man, I got to re-roll my defenses, right? So you go and you roll, and it's like that's when we get the really bad rolls. It's like when I have people that probably couldn't break a really bad roll for defense, right, down to like the 800s, I roll great. I got a 250 defense on malware. I got a 120 defense on kingpin, right? It's like, yeah, I'm doing really good. Then you get into the ranks where it's like people could break that still. And I roll like a 60 on my kingpin and like 140 on my malware, and it's just like great. Great.
So true.
It's so brutal. That's the RNG, right? That's the fun of the game, I suppose.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fun on the side of the game, like the side dish.
Yeah.
We have the main course and the side dish.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, overall, though, I think everything went well. I mean, I noticed a few people doing the buy-in strategy, like Blastoise, right? I think he pulled himself from like the 700s up to rank 16. He was sitting in the last day there, which was the 20x. I think he was in like live 7 or something like that. So that really helps. And that was sort of like with my strategy, right? And the buy-in strategy in general, right? That's what you're really hoping for, is to get into a really good live rank. But yeah, with myself cheaping out on businesses, I wasn't quite able to attain that, unfortunately. But I guess speaking of the multipliers, what did you think of them adding an extra 15x day? I think it was a good idea putting those in there.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it was good to keep people on their toes too. At least for me, you know, I had to put more alarms too throughout my calendar. So it gives more of a time to grind in between the most important days, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. What about you?
Yeah, I thought it was good, especially because it brought the value of that final day down from like a 25% of the total day, like of your total leaderboard score. It brought it down to, I think, like 20%. So it trimmed that extra 5% off of it, which I think is good. You know, making the final day 1/5 of the value instead of 1/4 is a little bit better. But I don't know. We'll see, because it's still like sort of at that point where it's like that buy-in strategy is powerful if you can get the right businesses and execute it correctly. Like you're just gonna, for example, do like Blastoise did, go from, you know, the 800, 700-ish range on like the second last day into rank 16 for the final day, right? So it's pretty pretty intense. I'm glad I tried it. I got a little bit of experience with it, so hopefully next time, if I decide to try it again, I can execute it a little bit better. But there is a lot of people buying. Like, that was my biggest issue, is I just kept getting outbid on stuff, and I just finally got frustrated and was like, I'm done with just trying to buy another business, because, like, you know, it's just constantly outbid. It's like, well, I'm over it.
Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind, that when you try to do the buying strategy, you're not the only one. You know, we're not the only one at the time, so expect just to be active on the market. I would say it's the best thing to do, is just because as soon, you know, just keep looking for more businesses and more businesses, so it could yeah, at the time, you know, especially when it comes to like certain times of the day, the market sometimes gets more active, depending on what part of the world you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then, like when you're in U.S. time, you might be outbid it faster than when you're like when I did the all-nighter, I was able to get better businesses.
And if I remember correctly, I think Meta was buying up a lot of stuff. I know Flip was buying everything too, right? So some people trying to control the market in that methodology, whereas I'm just like, I'm just trying to play. I don't. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, Flip was doing that.
Yeah.
And FTT and Hacker was buying all the motors. So I guess that was one of his main businesses, because he kept buying a lot of my motors, like
Okay.
quality 2s, quality 3s that I was pulling.
Nice. Yeah, it did. I mean, the motors is so nice, right? Like, that stackable skin bonus is just a nice extra perk. But I mean, now that we have like the elements as well, right? Like, it's less significant, where it's like you can get a 30% skin bonus versus, like, you get a couple, I think level 2, you're at like 25% or something like that for the elements. So you can get a pretty decent bonus also from those, which is kind of cool. I think they're starting to play a lot more significant role, right? Like, I think in the first competition, it was so new, right? When they were introduced, the elemental competition or elemental blitz. But now I think, I think it's a very important part of people's strategy for competition, at least, right? I still haven't started using them in normal mode, though.
Okay, but how about in competition? How soon did you start imbuing?
Yeah, I imbued. Basically, when I bought those businesses, I imbued them, right? So I put Lucent on my, what was it? I bought a Cineplex and a Leo and Co., which is why I was saying I needed something that was an epic, like a Motors or a Bank. But yeah, I imbued one with the Stygian and one with the Lucent, just because then when I put the boosters on it, I got that little extra from being able to have them as like a super, or what is it, hyper affinity match. Affinity. Yeah, so I did those ones, and then I didn't really use any other businesses, so I'd have to review again. But yeah, I didn't really use it as heavily, so that's something I can really work on too and get a little bit better at.
Yeah, I think I only imbued one of my businesses as well, and it was for one of the I think it was the Lucent as well, because of the bigger bonus.
Yeah, yeah, you got to get that bigger bonus.
Yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, I gave it a try. I still didn't want to, and it took a while too. I even actually thought, like, did I take too long to imbue it? But I was just working on the quality, I didn't want to imbue anything less than 5, a quality 5, I think.
Yeah.
That's when I first started.
That's what frustrates me, I think, the most is still, and I get it. Some people can see it. I just can't. I don't see the logic behind it. Not being able to use a non-imbued business to increase the quality of an imbued one just doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. That is one of the biggest turnoffs for me. That's sort of why I don't use it in normal mode either. But I don't know. Once I think the essences become more plentiful, right? Like once we're able to start harvesting them from our lands, then it'll probably be a lot less sketchy, I guess, or a lot less deterring to have to imbue a business, but it's still like that extra 50 million diamonds just to imbue, to merge it, is really stupid in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. We won't beat that dead horse.
Yeah, no, and yeah, people found out the hard way that if you imbue them, it's harder to sell in the market. So if you're planning to sell businesses in the market, just leave them neutral.
Yeah, exactly. Because you see some of them on there that are quality 1, right? And they're imbued, and it's just like, it's useless now. It's literally a useless business. I mean, because now what? You're going to have to, for every quality, so to get to quality 2, I'm going to have to imbue a quality 1 just to attempt to merge. And it's just, I don't know. It's kind of, I think it's a little bit backwards. But I doubt they're going to make any changes now. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see when we start getting the resources from the lands and see how things go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you could save some of that for speculation. I don't think I have anything else really pertinent to discuss in regards to the rest of the Blitz or anything like that. So
the competition, I guess we could just do a roll call of the top 10.
Yeah, let me just go to the leaderboard here. And there we go. So we got FFTB Hacker taking rank 1 with a very large difference when you look between Meta and him. He's got almost 5 billion extra total power. So that's a pretty big difference there. He was in rank 1 for pretty much the whole time, though, so it makes sense. Then we have Meta sitting there at 2. Golden Tree coming in 3rd. D. Kimbo coming in 4th, netting himself one of the trophies, right? So there was trophies for the top 5, and Darklow's getting himself the last trophy there. And then we got Dazul, Trez, Mr. Cookie, Fiend for Crow, and Lightman making up the top 10 there. And of course, I mean, we have the top 4 ranked positions there. So Legion did take this victory. So it's good that we finally won one. It's been a few. I don't even remember the last time we actually won a competition as the Legion. It's been a while.
I think you get most of the important ones.
yeah. It's usually the important ones, but I mean, we don't even like Crypto Ocean doesn't play anymore, right? Like he used to be the big player for us. Crypto Diamond wasn't in this one either.
Yeah, no, we'll see if we see him for the final.
Yeah.
For the championship of the World Series.
Yeah, see who comes out for that, right? That'll be the telltale.
Yeah, so congratulations. Yeah. So yeah, congratulations to the Legion for taking this one.
Oh, Crypto Ocean was on the leaderboard at 1484. Really? I think he probably signed in right at like the last minute. Doesn't look like he really played, but so Crypto Ocean was on the leaderboard there, but not in any significant capacity. And I don't see Crypto Diamond at all, but oh well. Yeah, no, it was definitely an interesting competition. I was happy to at least try out something a little different, give me a little bit of a wider array of experience, but yeah, I don't know. I think probably next time I'll just stick with my normal technique of, push on a 10x day and see how it goes. Do you got any final thoughts? Yep, sorry.
No, I think just I think just for myself. I think for the next one, I think I might just play for the beginning because I kind of miss playing from the beginning and just see how I land from there. So yeah. Other than that, we could probably move on to the next topic.
Right on. So let's talk a little bit about partner integration. So we can flip over and take a look at the 2X posts here. We'll start off with this one, which is for Brave badges. So Chronos Brave badges just dropped in Main City. So with that, we get an increase in cash income bonus. There is the longer attack duration, which you heard us mention earlier. This has brought us up to now a 5-hour attack. And then there's also a reduction in the attack cost. So attacks are a little bit cheaper. So I'm pretty sure this is the same as what the crazy monsters give as well. So it's very, very useful. We can just play this in the background. Hopefully the music's not going to come on. So this is a little video for them joining Main City. So I guess welcome, Brave. It's good to have you with us, and it's a pretty inexpensive NFT, right? I think they're what, like $8 right now or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think they're like $8. And yeah, to increase the duration and decrease the cost, I think it's a pretty important NFT to have to add to the collection. And yeah, I agree. Shout out to the Brave team, a long time coming, and we are very excited to have you guys on board.
Yes, exactly. So welcome, congratulations, and hopefully, we see some more badges on the leaderboard there.
Yes, definitely. And we always put the link on the Discord for all the Discords for the partnerships. So if you guys are not on the Brave Discord, make sure you guys go and join. They're just it's a very great team and another great Crow fam, and so we're grateful to have them.
Yes, yeah. The only thing I will say though, is I'm kind of sad that they didn't bring out, what is it, the legends. I was really hoping the legends were going to be the ones that brought into the game. The badges look cool, but the legends are really beautiful. I've got some really nice ones. So yeah, if you haven't checked out, their sort of suite of collection of all the different NFTs and stuff they've got some pretty cool looking ones. Here, let me go. I just found on crypto.com, so we'll bring up the page that you're looking for here. So this is the Brave badges. They call them on multi-chain. This is what they look like. This one's kind of cool with the little background, the water sort of look. They all are, completely unique. So they've all got like a different looking lion, different little gems and stuff on them, different backgrounds. So they look pretty cool. But yeah, if you don't have one, they're $7 right now. And there's a decent amount of them at 7. So, pick yourself up one, get a little bit longer of attack. What else could you ask for, right?
Exactly. These are they're gonna come in handy in your next competition. So trust me, it's a really good investment for the game. If you're listening to this, to this podcast, it's because you love Main City, like we love Main City. So this is a great opportunity.
Yes, yeah. And I guess just so you know, outside of the Main City utility, these badges, I think they give you, is it 10% off on purchases, initial purchases. So their other collection, we were talking about the Brave Legends. They have like random mints that go on. I think it's usually on Mondays, right?
Yeah.
So I guess not really that random, but they'll do like mints of different nations on Mondays, and then when you purchase one, if you own, I think it's if you own 10 of these, you get a 10% back. So each badge you own is like 1% cash back, and they send it to your DeFi wallet. So you purchase it on crypto.com, and then they send it to you. So it's an interesting way of, I guess, getting money out of crypto.com to a DeFi wallet as well, as purchasing some nice art. So if you're interested in those, check out their Brave Legends. And these are the Brave badges that give you some cash back. So that's sort of the utility outside of just Main City with these ones.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice utility outside of the game. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they do have a really nice collection. Their legends are really, really nice. I also have a few of them from different nations that they have, because they do have really nice quality. I was also hoping, I think the whole team was, the whole community was hoping to have those in there, but we're just happy to have them on board.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for mentioning the extra utility that they have these passes to get some discounts on their other NFT collections as well.
Yes, yeah. So I'm just showing some of the legends right now, which some very nice ones. But yeah, you could pick these up. Yeah, I would have loved to seen some of these, because I have some pretty cool ones with like animals in them, like a guy with a wolf. I had a pirate with a parrot. So I was really hoping she could have been my avatar representation for this, but no, the Brave badges are pretty cool too. So I'm glad they got something in the game. It's just it's good to have another partner in. So that was, I think this is Void's last partnership too. At least that's been announced from what I remember. So if we take a look at all of the available avatars right now, so we have Mystery on Kronos, which is Mary. Crazy Monsters, Cows Gone Mad, Synthetics, and Brave badges. So you guys got 3 in a row that are on the list there for Void. But we will have 3 in a row because we have Wolfies. There's going to be the Jack and Jill, which we'll also talk about shortly. And then there's going to be the Bold Tigers. So those are so those are the other 2 that still need to get integrated on the Legion side. So yeah, I guess we're just staying tuned for that. And then as of right now, there hasn't been anything else announced that I can remember. So I think that's sort of the partnership roster for at least the foreseeable future. Hopefully nothing else really gets announced until we have mobile. That's the big thing I think we're all waiting on.
Yes, that's the next big announcement. Did we have the Wolfies by the time we had the last podcast, or is this the first time that we're having the Wolfies during this podcast? I'm not sure if we had them.
I feel like they were announced to be integrated, but they weren't integrated yet either. Because they've been doing it.
Shout out to the Wolfies.
Yes, that too. So yeah, maybe if I could find. No, I don't have it saved, but I can show you guys one of my Wolfies at least. So they've joined as well. And that way we could see what they give for bonuses. So let me just I'll unequip both of them. And that way we could see playing. So we get 0.9% cash bonus. We get a 0.6% furniture XP bonus. And then the debuff duration. So this also is the increase in attack duration, right? So they helped also. So it wasn't just the Brave badges that really brought us up to that 5 hours as a Void partner. The Legion partner, the Wolfies, also helped bring us up to that 5 hour attack duration. So that's what you got. I've only got two that I had minted. If I knew for certain that they were coming into Main City, I probably would have minted more. But they did sell out, like, I think when Public went, they sold out in like 10 minutes or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. It was there.
They're on Minted, right?
Now I remember we talked about that. Huh?
They're on Minted Network, right? Yeah, there they are. So let's just go take a look at the Wolfies that are available. I remember seeing somebody said that they've increased in price. Oh yeah, they're at 1,100 Crow right now.
Oh, I think they might have a better price on Ibus Bay. What is that? What is it called?
Yeah, Ibisus Bay.
Ibis Bay. I think they might have better prices there.
Let's go and take a look. One quick little look here for this partner as well. No, they're at 1K as well.
Oh yeah, 1K. Wow. All right. Well, they actually. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say they went down on price, but I think Crow went down on price. That's why.
Yeah.
They seem cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is not to knock them, but it's a strategy thing, right? So they've got like a automated wallet that basically buys them at a certain floor price and lists them. I kind of find it frustrating because then it prices people that might actually want to buy these NFTs sort of out of them because it's like, artificially inflating the market. But I guess that's sort of the trend right now with a lot of different, they call them like strategies, right? I know there's the nut strategy, there's the wolf strategy, all that type of stuff, right? But yeah, they're all at 1K as well, $78. There's a bunch of them listed. I kind of like this guy, 1765. He's got like sort of like the pharaoh looking outfit.
Oh yeah, 1765 is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some cool ones. I have one that has a little jacket. The jacket that has the wolf logo on the side. I like the one that has like a chicken pet on it, 22.96. It has like a chicken pet.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some. I mean, they look kind of cool. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to mint more. Wish there was a little more
I was
open.
gonna say that. Yeah. I wish they would have mentioned that because all the partnerships are always like, try to mint at least the 5 that we need to kind of like max out the benefits.
Yeah. No, and I'm not buying at 1,000. Like when the mint was 200, I'm not buying them at 1,000.
Yeah. I'll
just wait.
So yeah. So there's There's always X contests. There's always,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
never know.
Maybe I'll win one. That'd be nice.
There you go.
I think maybe are they on Flex to Earn? I'm not too sure.
I think they are.
Yeah, so I think there's some partnership there too. So maybe you could win a Wolfie through Flex to Earn. Never know. And I think they're also on crypto.com. So let's just take one quick look also at crypto.com.
I didn't even think about looking on crypto.com.
Let's see what the prices are here. $89. So a little bit higher than what the price is on 93, number 77. Thought I saw
DeFi.
it. Oh no, it's different. Oh yeah, no, there it is. Okay. So that's so the I think crypto.com pulls from Minted a few things from Minted. So you can see them. So if we click on this guy, because he's also listed on Minted. Yeah, so it shows the creator wallet being minted. I'm pretty sure. So
Okay.
Interesting. So yeah, there's some also that you can purchase on crypto.com. So if you keep everything pretty much in the crypto.com exchange, right, the NFT platform there are a few as well. They're just a little bit more expensive. I mean, because you could get a little bit cheaper if you go DeFi, but I know there's a lot of perks with these ones too, right? They've got like staking on their own website and stuff like that. So what is it, Wolf Swap?
Yeah, I think they give you like boosts on their contests that they have sometimes.
Okay. Because there's the Wolfies right there. So buy Wolfies. And I'm pretty sure there was some staking. Wolfies own liquidity. And I think you can like sell these instantly or something like that as well.
Yeah, there's a certain website, I think, where you can do that.
Yeah, it's like on their Wolf Swap, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it's just kind of like, you can see my two that I've got. But yeah, I purchased them primarily just for Main City, right? I had a feeling like when I heard about the mint, I was like, this could be the collection that comes into Main City, right? Because I don't think many people are going to just partner and put out a skin. I think they're going to come in as a avatar. So they already had the skin in the game, that one being the Wolf Den for the bank. So that's where I was like, okay, chances are this is the NFT that's coming. And that's why I purchased two. I thought there was going to be a little bit longer of a mint. But yeah, it was just like as soon as it hit public, I remember looking and it was like, I think there was like 2,000 NFTs or something like that available. And then I went and I clicked on it and it was like 1,500. Then I saw it drop to like 1,100. And I was like, I got to buy a couple. These are going to be gone in like no time because they were just like going so quick. So I was just like, okay, I just pulled the trigger on two and didn't have enough time to get more Crow into my wallet. That was pretty much my limit of Crow. So I was just like, well, that's what I got. I spent the 400 Crow.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me, bro. Not enough Crow to... While I was moving things around, it got sold out.
Yeah. Oh, well, what can you do, right?
It was so fast.
Yeah. And then it was pretty much like they were immediately at like 500, 600 Crow. Like people were holding them hard. Either that or they're staking them, right? So, but yeah. So I guess congratulations to both of those partners. And then the last partner we wanted to talk about is the Jack and Jill partnership. So I'll bring up I think personally for myself, the most exciting part of this partnership, that being the business skin. So we've got Jack and Jill, which I think it's called the Mad Hair Revolution. So they will be in Main City. I'm pretty sure it's getting integrated on the 24th, right? So that's the same day we're going to talk about the mint that's coming up. So that'll all be happening basically at the same time. But they, as a partner, are unlocking a skin. And they said that they are, I guess, the last one, ever, maybe, to do a unlocked skin exclusive for the NFT holders, right? Everything else is being purchasable ones, right? Like the Wolf Swap, Wolf Den one that we were talking about earlier. Same with the Synthtopia, their skin that they have for the Felice Cineplex. You need to purchase. This one is unlocked via ownership of the NFTs. and it is for the Museo de Leon, which is awesome because that means then both my businesses that I run as my mains have the unlockable skins. So I am happy with that. It is a base 8% cash. I'm pretty sure that's the same as the dojo, right? I think Ishin's starts off at 8 and then maxes out at 20. So if you have about 7, let me just go back to the game here. I could show you mine. So I think I have 7 Ishin Revengers right now. So if you have 7 of the Jacket and Jill, you will get 19.44% for your skin bonus, which is pretty much maxed out, right? 20 is the max, but I mean, you don't really need to get that extra little bit. So yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. I'm also very excited about the skin. The fact that it's unlockable just, without having to...
That's the big thing for me.
To purchase it. Yes.
I love that. I love being able to just have the skin, right? Like, because you own the NFT. And I think the biggest thing that I like about it too is that the bonus stacks, right? Whereas with the purchasable skins, it's just, it's 4.5% or it's the 8% or whatever it is, 10% for the Apex one. And that's it. It's just, there's no way to increase it, right? Whereas with these NFT ones, the more NFTs you own, the more it increases as well. So I think that, to me, that's way cooler because at least then you have incentive. Like if you only own one, right, you get that 8%. But then it's like, oh, well, if I buy a second one, I can, for my business, get an extra like 3% now because then I equip it and it increases my skin bonus. So I know I think it incentivizes people to purchase the NFTs that are partnerships, opposed to like purchasing the skin inside the game. And I think it's a really good benefit. And I'm kind of sad if it's true that Mane.city is going away from these skins that are unlocked via NFTs and full going for just purchase it as a partner. Right? To me, I'm not going to, like, unless they come on like significant discount just for the aesthetic, I'll buy it. But to me, it's like I don't want to purchase a skin. Especially if it's a partnership skin, right? When they have an NFT in the game, it should be unlocked via the NFT. So I'm sad that Mane.city is kind of going away from that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. The skin that you buy from the market is just like a fixed bonus. And it doesn't really promote the partnership as much as, like you said, when you have the NFT. Not only do you have the permanent and higher bonus, the stackable bonus, you have the incentive to sell the NFT, but you also have the opportunity to resell that NFT, as opposed to the skins that we buy from the market. We can't resell those skins,
Yeah, exactly.
But if we have the NFTs, at least we can resell the NFTs if we needed to kind of like exit the game, or just let's say that you have more than enough. You want some of those NFTs, the partners NFTs, you can sell some of those. The skin from the market, that's all there is. So I am sad also that they won't have any more of those partnerships skins, because that's like the ideal way of doing a partnership.
I think so. Right, because that's a major incentive for people to then as a project purchase, right? Let me see. I don't have it. I thought I saved the tweet that they had sent out too, but basically saying that they were the last one. But yeah, anyways, what I'm trying to say is I don't see many projects coming to Mane.city in the future as a partner and opting to pay for a skin, right? They'll just pay to be integrated as a partner, as an avatar, right? Because like why would I pay to purchase a skin that then my holders need to purchase, right? Unless I'm looking at it as like it's a marketing activity. But even then, it's like, well, to me, it's like, is it worth I think it's like 10,000 or something. I can't remember now, but like it's expensive to get a skin, and like if it's not really benefiting your holders, then what's the point of having the skin, right? Because you pay for it. So, and to me, I don't see it bringing that much extra traction to your project because you've got a skin that's purchasable in Main City. Like I don't see it. I see the marketing avenue of if you have a skin in the game that's unlocked using your NFT, I see that as a massive benefit for the game and for your holders and the project in a whole. But to me, if I purchase an NFT because I saw that you have a skin in the game and then I have to go and purchase the skin as well, it's going to kind of turn me off of, I guess, the project in a sense, even though, you know, hopefully people realize it's not the project's fault that they can't get that skin unlocked for their holders. At best, they might be able to get some airdropped or something like that, you know, some random X giveaways that will unlock it for you for free. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they're going that route. I think that it's a massive mistake.
Yeah, hopefully the pressure from the input of the community, and as it goes mobile and more players come in, hopefully they'll rethink their strategy and they'll bring it back. Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so. Because, I mean, I love it. Like, I love seeing all the different skins that come out. It's just, I don't want to spend, you know, $5 on a skin that's, I mean, I'm not even using on a business, right? So I'm glad my business strategy has been based around, and luckily enough has come out to be businesses that have skins unlocked by the NFTs. I'm so happy that it's a museum. Like, you don't even know.
Yeah, I think the whole plaza knew. I think we all know that that's your favorite business, and we were all happy for you.
Yeah. Oh man, I love my museum.
Yeah.
I wish I could get this to a higher quality. I'd love to have a quality 10 museum. It'd be so cool.
There you go. There you go. Goals, baby, goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy some of those some of the gold blueprints. Maybe you can get some. You could probably pull some museums from there.
Man, I have so many blueprints still.
There you go.
How many blueprints do I have? I've got 724.
Oof, nice.
Yeah, I just haven't opened them. I got a decent amount of gold ones too, I'm pretty sure.
I just opened, how many gold?
Let me see. So 4, 8, 12.
I just opened the bank a little while ago from a regular blueprint.
What are we at? 52, 58, or 56, 60, 64, 68, 72. I had 72 gold blueprints.
Wow, nice. That's very nice. You should open one right now live. Let's see what you get.
Goat me into it. Jeez, man. Jeez. Goat me into it. All right, well, I'll open a normal blueprint. We'll open one of these, and then I'll go find a gold blueprint. But yeah, I was stacking all of these when I was hoping that elements were coming. Oh, there we go. Got an LL Sport. Right, I was hoping that we could open blueprints and get elemental businesses. That was sort of my hope as to why I was stacking so many. So, but yeah, that didn't end up happening. So now I got a bunch of blueprints that are just sitting in my inventory.
Now you're the happy owner. You're the happy owner of a whole lot of opportunities.
There we go. I got a main motors. Let me see.
There you go.
This is the thing that bugs me now is you can't see the quality anymore, right?
I know. Yes.
So now you gotta go and check rarity, and let me see.
Make blueprints great again. Bring back the quality.
Right. So I would think it was just a quality one. Pretty sure that's all it was. Yeah, that's the only one I got there. So yeah, just a quality one. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take an epic any day.
There you go. Yes.
All right. Let me flip back to the podcast view there. So I don't think there's anything else to talk about in regards to the partnerships. Again, I don't think they've announced Jack and Jill's actual benefit. But if I were to hazard a guess, I'm thinking we're probably looking at cash. Right, I think
In furniture?
and I don't know if furniture. I'm thinking probably cash and diamonds. And then I think they'll probably try to take one of the voids. So maybe debuff cost reduction or something like that.
Mm,
I think if that
yeah, maybe. Yep.
that would be my guess. That's my guess, right? It's like we're gonna get cash diamond increases, and then we're going to get a debuff cost reduction. So
I'm hoping for experience, but that's just my hope. Hope.
you want the experience?
Yeah, I want the furniture experience. The furniture.
Yeah, because the last collection to do that was, no, the Brave Badges don't have that, right? No, they're cash.
No.
It was Cows Gone Mad. Cows Gone Mad
Okay,
had the furniture XP. Yeah.
Yeah, furniture XP. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I know it was asked in the Discord, so a little sidetrack from what we were discussing before, which is the partnership stuff. Before we get into the mint, did you want to go through our inventory? Talk about how many. I know we were talking furniture. So for me, I'm what 514.62 Q, and you're at like what 100 Q or something.
291.
291
Q.
Yeah, so we were just wondering what the difference was there, and I'm pretty sure, like, I can't remember what the actual bonus was for furniture, for being the lagging faction, but I'm pretty sure it's changed. Like I have a feeling like it was like 10% before, or 9%, right? Like when you were the lagging versus being like, now they're both tied, right?
Leading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're both equal. But before, when you were the lagging faction, there was, I'm pretty sure it was like, maybe it was 6% or something like that, 6% furniture XP, but it was like a good boost because that's when I did all of my leveling up, right? I did it when I was the lagging faction. So I pounded through a bunch of furniture while I was lagging just to make sure I was getting that extra little bit of XP. So I'm wondering if that's what gave me the advantage and basically gave me twice the amount of XP you have.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's probably what it is. But are you still at avatar level 166 or are you at 167?
166. I couldn't quite get to 167. Because
No,
how many
that's
thinking
okay.
lions do you got?
Let me see. Inventory.
Because he's the big one. That's the big cost there, the thinking
The
lion.
thinking line. 427.
427? Okay, so you even have more of those than I do. I had 423.
Yeah. Because I do have like yeah, we were talking about this a little bit off air, like before the podcast, and the first the first time I kind of like figure out that we had a spam the rooms is when I got to the gym. That's when I started to like put in everything of the same furniture in the room. So I didn't really go back to my game and my regular furniture room. I didn't really fill them all up.
Yeah. Well, I don't think, because, yeah, I got, for my game room, I've got the Chronos Crisis. I got 2 of those. Like, I got 1 foosball table. You know what I mean? I did, like, 4 house plants. Even, like, in the main room, I only did 2 jumbo sofas, 2 lazy lions. I mean, 2 of the creation of lion, right? Like, I end 2 of the concerts, days of concerts past. So, like, I didn't really do a lot. Like, I was actually like designing and, you know, playing it that way, right? That's before, I think I didn't spam until basically the last of the business, or the last of the furniture inside of the fitness center, because I maxed out, I'm pretty sure, the rock wall, or put as many as I could. I mean, I probably wasn't still doing it correctly at that point. And then I did a decent amount of Peloton bikes, but still not like maxed out. But yeah, then I moved on, and when I was in the pool, that's when I definitely did the maxing out. So I got 66 of the Cubs waiting pools and 28 of the World pools and stuff like that. So, no.
How many of the Cubs? Waiting pool?
66.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got 66. I got 18 of the Lions Leap.
Yeah, where's my Lions Leap?
Like, where they kind of jump off
I got
to dive,
17.
like the diving board. Okay, that's that extra. Maybe you forgot to do that extra one.
Yeah. Yeah, because I also only have
that's
2
another
pools.
thing too.
I only have 2 pools. Like, I didn't bother doing the glitch with the pools.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah,
But
I got 3 pools.
I did it for the turntable thing. The car.
You got 3 with the car, 3 cars.
2.
Okay, now for the question that everybody wants to know. How many purple plants? How many purple palms?
Oh, not the purple palms.
Yeah.
Where the heck are they? I got 1,715.
Oh, wow. Okay, you got a lot more than me. I got 1,169. But my computer was taking forever to put the next one.
No, I know. I did the entirety of the first room, and then I went to the fitness center, and I did like 3/4 of it. And then I was just like, man, it's lagging too much. It's taking like 5 seconds to put one of these down. I'm done. I'm over this. And it's barely doing anything. So I was like, I'm gone. Let's move on here. So, no. All right. Well, There we go. That was a fun little experiment. You guys could see all of my furniture here. Like, I didn't even do all the Wag Me signs or the Let's Crow signs. Like, I still have signs that I could put down. But they're not going to move the bar at all. Right? Like, they're like 10 XP versus I need quadrillions. So there's no point. But
we need new rooms, huh?
Yeah, that we do. We need these new rooms to hurry up and get out. Okay, and then I guess lastly, so I don't think there's anything else to talk in regards to specifically the upcoming partners that are being integrated. So I think we can check that box and move on to the Bold Tigers partnership, right?
Yeah, that's the upcoming one.
Yeah. So this is
next week.
Yeah, on the 24th. I'm pretty sure it's minting on the 24th. And there's a decent amount on the whitelist. So let me just go to the crypto.com drop page so we can check that out. If you haven't bought a Legends of Luxor, definitely grab one of them. The guy's super kind. So it also got some pretty cool ones. You got a nice gold one. I guess it's not the official gold one, right? There's a better gold one, but yours is still pretty cool.
Yeah, yours is pretty cool too. It's kind of like a glowing red.
Yeah, I like the one I pulled. The other one isn't the greatest, but it is what it is. They're both pretty cool, but definitely the set with the crocodile one's like really cool. But yeah, so there's 60 minutes of early access for holders of Loaded Lions, Dark Lions, Cretan Monks, Monks on the Run collection, as well as the Crazy Monsters. So pretty much any of the partnerships for Main City. You're all whitelisted, so there was also an allow list for specific users, so if you were outside of that. Now this is the Bold Tigers. Their collection is going to be called Tigers on the Hunt. Let's see if we can get the little video to play here. I'm just going to mute it. We don't need the volume on. My internet's not being too favorable at the moment, I suppose. Come on. So 15 legendaries, 1,600 total NFTs. I think they look pretty cool. I mean, I like the art style of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this drop. I like the different jackets that they have. Yeah, this is a really nice one.
Yeah, I like him. I mean, Shaker's a pretty cool guy too, so I like chatting with him every once in a while. So I think the art style looks really cool. I definitely vibe with it. And I'm just, I'm looking forward to seeing what these legendaries actually look like. Because, I mean, they're obviously haven't really revealed too many. but we do have a few that we can show you guys. So let me just bring up the pack cost first. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll go over some of the utilities, and then I can show you some of the legendaries. So here's the 2 packs that they're going to have available. So there's the starter pack with 1 random NFT in it. So per NFT is basically $50. So not too bad for a debut of a NFT collection. Because I think what was the Cretan monks were like, the first collection was like $69, I think, and then the second collection was like $79. So, you know, these coming in at $50 is pretty good deal in my mind. Especially, you know, let's we'll go over the utilities and stuff, so we'll talk about that in a moment. But I think it's shaping up to be a pretty good project. So then we also have the mega pack. All right, so this is 3 random NFTs, and they are 46, basically 47 per NFT. So you save $3 per NFT there. And there is 212 packs, that 212 there for the Chronos, right? So hopefully everybody can get at least 1 or 2 of these if you're interested in it. I think my strategy is probably just going to be to buy 2 of these, just because with the utilities, you need 5 of them for the royalties. So getting 2 of these gives me 6, gives me an extra one to sell if I want, or figure out what I'm doing with them, or if I'm going to push to meet some of the other utility requirements. So we'll see. But these are the packs that they have for the Tigers on the Hunt. So yeah, that's happening in 4 days basically. All right, where was the?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this drop. I am also thinking of picking up 2 of the packs because it also to try to max out the benefits in the game. It's usually about 5 NFTs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, it's the 25th. My bad. I was saying the 24th, wasn't
I? Yeah, 24.
Yeah. So there we go. So there's the official countdown right there. It is. I'm recording Saturday morning for me. It's Friday night for yourself. So Wednesday, February 25th. That's what we got for the drop date. And yep, come in 60 minutes early. You can get in on that early access.
Yeah, and then it's not gonna. I mean, 212 packs. They might go fast of the of the 3 packs.
Yes, I think so. I
think they might go fast.
Hopefully. I mean, that's a good sign if they all go fast, right? I mean, well, it'll be interesting to see, right? We're in sort of a slump right now with how bad Bitcoin's been doing and crypto just in general. So, it's hard to sell something like this when everybody's bleeding, right? So hopefully the project can sell out. But, if they don't, I mean, they've got a fairly decent excuse of the whole crypto market, the whole economy in general is sort of in turmoil. So, we'll see what's going on. But, I'm hopeful at least that the 3 packs sell out, right? I'm sure that they will. And then it'll just come down to selling off of those, the final, I think there's 864, I think they said, on that graphic. So let's just bring it up. Yeah, 864 single packs. So
single pack. Bro.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, hopefully they'll sell them. Yeah. And so hopefully I'll be able to pick up the 2 of the 3 packs. And then I would also love to have a custom Bolt Tiger. So that's 10 for that.
Yes, yeah.
So we can go over it.
Let me just pop up these 2 legendaries just in regards to minting. So there's going to be the Tribal Chief. They're doing something similar to what the Cows Gone Mad did. So the person that mints or holds the most, I don't know if it's mint or holder. It does say reserved for mint maxi. So I'm assuming the person that mints the most of the NFTs is going to be airdrop the Tribal Chief, which is being handled by Crypto.com. And then there's also going to be reserved the Formula 1 Legendary. It is reserved for 1 lucky collector who mints 5 or more NFTs. So that's where if you're interested in getting entered in the raffle, at least, try to get 5 mints under your account. And then that way you're eligible for that first raffle. if you got deep pockets and you really want to guarantee yourself a legendary, I guess you can go and do some maxing minting, right? But I think the Tribal Chief looks pretty cool. So he's definitely a good reward for whoever does mint out the project or mints the most.
Yeah, definitely. I like that like a chain that he has with a little tiger on it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, this is definitely the two really cool tigers right here.
I like the hood. You know, it's got like looks like a saber-toothed tiger or something. But yeah, he's pretty cool looking. And then
his eyes are like all lit up, like he's possessed by the spirits.
yeah, with like it's got like lightning or something behind him too. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
he's pretty cool looking. And then here's the utilities and benefits. So 100% of the royalty cashback is going to holders. This is from the secondary sales, right? So any royalties on secondary sales will be sent out to holders. This is probably very similar to what goes on with the Cretan monks. So if you're familiar with their royalty package and how that works, you own 5 NFTs and then you're eligible for the... does it say that on here? No, it doesn't say. So this one is 5 as well. So then you get the monthly royalties, okay? Whereas with Cretan monks, they have a second tier, which is 10. I don't think there's a second tier on this one. I'm pretty sure it's just if you have 5, then you're set. You're in with the royalties. And I think the more you have, the more royalties you'll get. So if you have like 7, you're going to get more than the person with 5. But basically 5 is the minimum cutoff.
Yes.
So we got that. Then there's the main city integration, which is a pretty big perk. I mean, that's the reason why we're talking about them, right? So you get the in-game perk and bonuses. Them being a Legion aligned, they will probably be getting something like we were saying, similar to like what the Jack and Jill are bringing in. Could be cash, could be diamonds, or could be the experience. So it could be 2 of those 3, or it could be all 3. To be honest, they could choose that. But there's also the option for them to take one of the void perks, right? So they could do increased attack duration, decreased cooldown, and decrease of attack cost. So they could choose one of the void perks, 2 of the Legion. So we'll have to wait and see what they end up choosing. They also have access to Flex to Earn.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that bonus there. So if you want to rep that as your X profile picture, they do have the Flex to Earn capabilities. There's that Mint Maxi reward. There's also sold out milestone rewards. We've got the custom NFT airdrop, which you had mentioned earlier, right? So that's if you hold, what is it? If you hold 10 or more, right?
Uh-huh.
Because where is it? So 5. So if you have 10 or more tigers, then you get a custom NFT that'll be airdropped. So then you can design your own. Hopefully they do like what the Cretan monks did and get them negotiated into main city as well. So it just gets added to the collection. If that's the case, I'm definitely probably going to shoot for 10. These you can also buy on secondary though. So you don't need to mint all 10 of them. You just need to have 10. I think it's 7 days after the drop or something like that. Or maybe they'll announce I don't see any timeline in my notes here. So it might be just like a month after or something like that. Another milestone to be aware of is they do have a Generation 2 collection planned. So if you own 7 of the Generation 1, which are the Tigers on the Hunt collection that we're talking about, in a non-custodial wallet, you will receive 1 of the Generation 2 as an airdrop. So those are the small milestones, right? We want to hit 5 for the royalties, 7 for a airdrop of the Generation 2, and 10 if we want to get our own custom made. So those are sort of the milestones you want to keep on aware of if you are planning on contributing to this. If you're planning on minting. Now also the sold out milestones. So at 25% sold out, there is a Cyber Cub and a Fractured Fate land. At 50% sold out, there's a Dark Lion and a Fractured Fate land. at 75% sold out. There will be a custom bold tiger that's being given away, as well as some merchandise and another dark lion NFT. And then at the 100% sellout, there is a loaded lion that's being given away, as well as another custom bold tiger NFT and another piece of merch. So a shirt, maybe a hoodie, something like that. Let me see what else that they got here. Oh, and then there is merch. There will be a merch giveaway. So if you own one of the 15 legendaries, there will be some sort of, it's a hoodie. So it's a limited edition hoodie that's reserved for every legendary holder. So if you get lucky and mint a legendary, keep that in mind. You also are eligible for one of the hoodies. And then there is monthly rewards and giveaways, such as, some raffles, NFTs from other partners and stuff like that. And then the last thing that I have to say about this, so there's 15 legendaries, like we were saying, other than the 2 that are pulled out. And then there's 2 females tigers. So all the tigers are male except for 2. There's the Queen Legendary. She's rank 2. And there's the Princess Legendary. So that's basically it. Again, there also is some other small bonuses, right? Like there's 20 random tigers that have 212 crow attached to them. Maybe I'll put it in the Discord. It would be easier because it's just in my notes. But let me see if I can bring up this actually. Let me just add it to here. That way we can see.
There's also a Find the Tiger King Legendary. It says Find 101 Tiger King Legendary that has 500 USDC worth of crow. Once total sales reach 75% of the drop. And then it says 6 crow attached to NFTs. It says so it has some crow attached. 20 random tigers on the hunt NFTs. Each have 212 crow attached. And it has the token IDs. It'll be 16, 41, 172, 230, 330, 353, 404, 488, 573, 615, 629, 825, 1078. So if you're one of the lucky ones to get 1267, 1284, 1303, 1328, or 1422, 1426, or 1521, it'll come with 212 of crow attached to those NFTs. So there's another reason to mint.
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I got it up on the screen there as well. So if you guys can see it there. So if you are watching the video and not just listening to us, there's the list of the crow attached tokens. So if you do mint one of those, surprisingly, 212 is not one of the prizes. Right?
I know, right? Yeah.
Giving away 212 crow, but 212 is not one of the IDs. So it is what it is. But so that's what we got for them. So definitely, keep your eyes on this project if you're interested in it, especially outside of just the main city utility. And then you'd mentioned the Tiger King there, which was one that I had forgot to talk about. So there is the legendary. I think he's ranked number 1. So if you end up getting him, hey, I mean, $500 US worth of crow is not too bad. So yeah, we'll
not bad at all.
Have to keep an eye out, see who wins that one. Hopefully I mint.
Yeah, it'll definitely pay for the mints, right?
Exactly. And he's probably, it's a guarantee too of like he's worth over $500 if there's 500 attached to him. So yeah. See if somebody doesn't know that and ends up selling them for like 300. That person's pretty upset.
Or the ones with the 212 Pro. I don't know if they're, I don't know if they're gonna look a little different. Like I think Jack and Jill, some of them had like a lion coin on their tongue or a crow coin on their tongue. So we'll see what this one's how they're gonna look.
Yeah, true. See what they have on them. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was their secondary royalties distribution schedule. So for month 1 to 3, that's where it's 100% of the royalties are going to be fed back to holders. And then for month 4 to 6, it's 75%. and then month 7 to 18 is 50%. So that's where they are going to be taking a bit of the royalties just to help keep the project moving forward, especially as they develop the Generation 2 NFT collection. So for me, definitely looking forward to this collection being dropped. I think the art style is pretty cool. And I mean, with the Main City utility and them being a Legion partner, I'll definitely support them. So yeah, let us know down in the comments below if you plan to mint or not, or if you are getting a little bit of minter fatigue with the amount of NFTs that are required to play Main City nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know. Let us know, are you gonna mint? Are you gonna be on the lookout for the secondary market? Try to snipe something. Let us know what your style is at the bottom.
Yes, definitely interested. So I think that's all we got for Bold Tiger Partnership Mint, and I think these last few things we'll check off pretty quickly. Hopefully we can enter in about a half an hour. We're coming up on an hour and a half right now. So let's check that box, move on to the attacks and bonuses. So this comes into where we were discussing some of the benefits that came from, like the Brave badges and the Wolfies, and this put us above a 5-hour attack duration. I think overall it's good. The one thing I will say, though, now the defenses are lacking, right? So, with us having a 5-hour Kingpin, but only 4 hours of defense available, I think that's where we need to start looking at maybe some other bonuses. Maybe it's a bonus one perk per faction, right? Maybe the defense increase is like a Legion bonus, right? So the defense duration increase is a Legion bonus. So if you have, the Legion PFPs, that could be one of the choice, right? So like with the Bold Tigers coming in, right? Or even Jack and Jill, that could be a bonus that they could select, right? I want to be able to increase the duration when we put up defenses. Now, the other alternative is the decrease in defense cost, right? Which I think would be very beneficial too, right? Being able to reduce, because right now, like buying the Kingpin, like the photon barrier, that defense is so expensive, and it only lasting for 4 hours is kind of ridiculous. So even if they could put the cost down by like 5% or something like that, it would be very helpful.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that would be a great. These two NFT collections coming in will be the perfect timing for them to implement some bonuses to the defense duration. Because everything's been added to the attacks, and now you're right. We end up with running out of defense when the attack's still going on. So we'll see if they bring that up for the NFTs, but I think that will bring a really good balance to the attack defense system.
Yeah, I think it would be an interesting change up too, right? Like, because right now it's just, okay, well, what void perk are they taking? And then the 2 Legion ones, or what Legion perk are they taking, the 2 voids that they keep, right? So it's just also getting to the point too, and I think people are starting to realize it's like, how many hours are we going to eventually be able to lock people out, right? Like thinking like in like 3 years from now, if we're all still playing and there's been like another 50 projects that have entered, right? Are we at like 12 hours of attack duration? So like you hit somebody and they're locked out for 12 hours, but then you're putting up 3 defenses of photon barrier during those 12 hours. Like, it's just sort of like, where's this line going to get drawn, and like how expansive is the attack duration going to actually get? I'm kind of happy at the 5 hours. I mean, it'd be kind of nice to just keep it there. I don't think we really need to get to 6 hours. 5 hours seems like a long time already. But when you think about it, it was 1 hour is your base duration, right? And then with the Dark Lions, that's what gets you to 4 hours, right? So Dark Lions basically are what bring you from 1 hour up to 4. And then it's all of these other partners that we have that have brought us from 4 hours up to 5 now.
Yeah.
So.
And so definitely we need to balance out the the defense. Yeah, I can't see 8 hours, especially because when you're in a competition, and I mean, 5 hours is good enough because, like you can actually go out and, touch some grass. But eventually, if it's like 8 hours and then you can't really attack anybody else, and then it's like, okay, so you need more bonuses, you won't be able to stack any more bonuses or even send attacks. Um, so we'll see. I wonder if there's a way that some partnerships can decrease even after you've been attacked, if there'll be a way to decrease the time. Let's say I'm already or I'm under attack for 4 hours. If there's like some sort of NFT or an extra power or something that can go make that attack go from 5 hours to 3 hours or 4 hours,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would be
that'd be
something
kind of cool.
interesting.
Like, some way for your project that comes in to be able to, like you said, reduce the duration, not necessarily the impact on your city, but just how long it's there for. That'd be kind of cool.
Mhm.
It's an interesting way to look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Especially because
maybe
that could
get
also
something
mess
from the
up.
daily roars.
Well, yeah, and because then also too, right? Like that could de-incentivize players from attacking you, right? Like if you have like a very high, let's call it like a dispel or something like that, to basically, repel these attacks and reduce their duration, right? Then if a player is like normally hitting 5 hours, but when they hit you, they only get 3 hours, then they might not bother wasting or not wasting, but they're not going to bother attacking you as often, right? You're more of like the last resort, whereas they'll attack somebody else that's, giving them that full 5 hours.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good strategy there too.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting way. I mean, that's where we got to speculate, right? Like, what other types of bonuses could they bring into the game? Maybe in the future, there's going to be other bonuses that get added to partnerships via the exploration and monster fighting. Maybe they're going to bring in, as of right now, the partnerships have been very focused on city versus city warfare, but and we still have no idea what is in store for us in regards to monsters and exploration and guilds and all that type of stuff. But maybe there's going to be some partners that come in, and if it stays super passive, the game's basically going to be send out expeditions, right? Send out an expedition and see what resources they come back with, right? And we don't really control the avatar. If that's the case, then maybe they're going to bring out, PFP's avatar partners that are like, hey, I give you an extra 1% chance to succeed, or I give you another 5%. There's a 5% chance for, or a 5% increase for legendary loot to come back from an expedition, right? Something like that, right? There could be some sort of metric to like buff or increase how much loot and resources you're bringing back from these expeditions. So that could be other bonuses too that they could go with.
Yeah, those are great. Those are definitely some great ideas. And yeah, that's the thing that we can speculate about the knowns, but it's a little harder to speculate about the unknowns, which is the monsters, expedition, land size, resources, all those good things that we're all excited and very happy and very excited for those things to be implemented. But without the information, there's only so much we can speculate on. Oh my God. As soon as we get that information, it's just going to make for some more videos, more podcasts,
Yeah.
because then we'll have more information to speculate with,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm so excited for them to finally release that information. But even when you think about it, we're coming up on a year since we minted those lands, and we still have zero clue what any of those extra attributes do. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
At least they've integrated into the map. We have the regional map, but now it's sort of like, what does that do? What are these monsters? What is the resources? Is size good? Is size bad? Are monsters good? Is monsters bad? Like, give us some information.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least they've been keeping us busy in the past 6 months with like a competition pretty much every month there's been. February has been the only month that we haven't had one yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, actually,
See?
that's kind of weird that that we don't have a competition. To be honest, I'm wondering if they're
Mhm.
saving one like right for the end of the month here. But
So we can leave that for speculations.
yeah, I'm
We
fine with it.
didn't
I'm
yet.
super busy with marking and grading and getting kids prepped for exams and stuff. So I'm kind of happy we don't have a competition right now, because especially if we do it like start of March, I'll be able to focus on it a little bit better. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and we were talking about one of those weekend showdowns. So that would kind of like that would be a nice surprise if the last weekend, a week from today, if they say, "Hey, we're gonna have a weekend showdown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday," that would be a nice surprise for, and they can
Yes.
even check it off as that as one of the competitions, right?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
how they have the calendar.
Yeah. That would be good. I mean, I wonder if they would do that or if they're just planning to like, keep it as tight as possible with like 2 or 1 week competitions and not like, because that's a much smaller prize pool when they do the weekend ones, and there's not usually NFTs either, which oddly enough they had seemed to be struggling to get their NFTs this past competition to distribute. But oh well. Hopefully it was just a small hiccup.
Hmm.
Let's see any. I was hoping that I could find something about the mobile, because that's what we're going to talk about next. But I don't see anything on their X account, so that's too bad. Got anything else you want to talk about in regards to attacks, bonuses? I mean, otherwise we can save some more for speculation, but we can move on to
Yeah,
talking about the mobile teasers and that
yeah.
campaign.
Let's
Uh,
keep it moving.
Sounds good. So, yeah, there was a few like mobile teasers and stuff like that, but there was a big push that at least is getting us excited with, a couple weeks ago, or I guess about a week ago, they had the, what do they call them? Early adopters or early supporters for the merchandise, right? So if you had purchased a sweater, a shirt, or a hoodie, or a hat, they sent you a confirmation in your email, right? And that gave you a loaded order number. And then that loaded order number you were able to submit in a form, and we are able to get some sort of bonus to our game when a mobile is released. Now, nobody has, like, I have zero clue as to what it could be, but I mean, that's why we're saving it for the speculation, right? So, yeah, we'll maybe just chit chat a little bit. I'll flip over to X so we can see what I'm talking about here. Main City Mobile Reward Locked In is what they have there on the little checkbox. If we scroll up a little bit more, it's a little trailer that they have. Okay, here it is. So it's just a picture of a lion holding a question mark. So we'll set that there. And what do you think? They call it a mobile in-game asset. So I don't know, like, if they're like classifying it different as a mobile. Like, I'm wondering, like, it's still an in-game asset. The only thing I could think of is like, I mean, skins are one big in-game asset. It'll be kind of shitty if it is a skin because it does exclude quite a bit of people. And I'm curious as to whether it be unlocked and then purchasable later on as a skin. One thing I think would be kind of cool though, and we haven't seen it done yet, is a furniture skin. They're available. We could see them in when you place furniture that you can change the look and the skin, right? So I'm wondering, is that what they're possibly hinting at? Is we're going to have a skin that maybe, changes the bookcase into a trophy case or something, or the piano gets turned into something else, right? I mean, when you look at the business skins, they don't even really adhere much to what that business is. They're just, random design skin. So they could take any piece of furniture and also turn it into something else. So maybe that's what they're planning.
Yeah, maybe. And you know what? That's a good point because
with us not having really like a way to increase the avatar level, uh, maybe if they put a skin on the piano, can we place the piano again and get more experience now since we have a skin for the piano? So then, we don't really need to open more rooms if we can just place furnitures with a new skin and have more experience, for the avatar level.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That'd be interesting. Be able to increase avatar level by putting skins on business on the furniture. I just wonder
even if it's already been placed.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see if they could do it. I mean, because like you said, at this point, it's like we're all capped out at the max level. Or it could be something maybe once mobile comes out. My hope is once mobile is out, we also have the new like the 5 new mansion rooms, right? Because at this point, like it's been over 2 years of like waiting for these mansion rooms coming soon. This is not soon. At this point, this is not soon. It's been 2.5 years almost, right? So sort of like what's soon. So hopefully with mobile being released, that is also going to be something that's brought to our mansion. Now, maybe at that point there will be an exclusive piece of furniture that only we can place, right? Or maybe that's what they'll do is maybe there's going to be a new piece of furniture that is available for purchase in the common room, or maybe it's a multi-room piece of furniture and they unlock it and it's only available for purchase at like 50 million titanium, right? So it is a Division 1 exclusive piece of furniture, because most people that are purchasing Loaded Lion merch are probably Loaded Lion diehards and are playing Main City and are probably either close to Division 1 or already playing through Division 1.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Because it says Dark Lions, right? And usually Dark Lions is more. I mean, I know a lot of Loaded Lions holders that are not playing, or actually, I mean, now they're getting more to playing the game. A few months ago, a lot of them weren't in the game, but for the most part, most Dark Lion holders are in the game. So this merge being like Loaded Lions and Dark Lions being more Main City related. I think the people that are buying this hoodies are Main City top players, OGs.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad I waited.
To see what it is.
I did buy a sweater finally. The thing that turned me off is like I don't wear white, and it was like I don't want to buy a Dark Lion hoodie because I'm Legion, right? But it's the only black one available. But I did buy the white one. I was like, all right, I'll buy it just as more of like a keepsake. Like I haven't even opened the bag from my sweat or the t-shirt that I got from the Lions in black mint. So I got a t-shirt from that. So I was like, the way I'll look at it is I'll just buy it. Hopefully it comes in a nice box and I'll just kind of keep it in that. Maybe one day if I ever go to like a Loaded Lions meetup, I'll wear it, depending on where it is. If we're in Thailand, meeting up in Thailand, I'm probably not wearing a sweater. So it's already hot enough here.
But it'll be indoors.
True. Hopefully the AC is cranked.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a good point. Yeah, like for a special occasion, a loaded occasion.
Yes, exactly. An occasion to go get loaded.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean,
with the loaded community.
Exactly, getting loaded with the Loaded Lions. What do you think, though? So, I mean, the timeline or deadline that we have, theoretically at least, is what we're looking at. End of June is the last possible timeline that, at least according to the revised drop or release structure, right? They said H1 for mobile. So now it's like, what do you really think? Like, I'm hoping that we get it next month. That would be really awesome, is if we had mobile release, sometime mid-March, maybe April, start of April.
Oh, that would be a really good April 1st.
Yeah, an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
It's out. Psych. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's out and it's
We
super
do.
buggy.
Yeah.
No, it'll be good. I'm hoping they release it and it's really polished and refined, and I hope with it comes more content too. Right? That's where I'm wondering, like, what's their timeline sequencing? Because originally, right, I had thought we would be looking at an introduction to exploration, guilds, monster fighting, and all that type of stuff prior to mobile coming out. That way, PC players could test it, right? Make sure everything's working well and all that type of stuff, right? Basically, beta testing for them, like we are right now with the alpha, right? But now it seems like maybe they're going to release the mobile version, and then a couple months later, maybe that's when they're going to start trickling out the exploration and guilds and all that type of stuff. So not depending on us to beta test it at all, which I think is kind of a bad idea because we know how things go with Main City. There's a lot of community feedback that comes in when things do get changed. So it would be good if they gave us that opportunity to test it prior to bringing it to the masses via mobile.
Yeah, I'm really, really interested to see what kind of a play style it'll be. I mean, are you gonna kind of like how are we gonna go through the regions? How with the smaller screen? Um, so it is really. I'm really curious to see if they're gonna keep the play style the way it is, or if like you said they'll let us play around with the at least the monsters, get the monsters, the resources, getting to know those things before it goes on the mobile on the app.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess we'll have to wait
but
and see.
yeah, we just have to wait and see. I'm also thinking. I saw I remember seeing a few ex posts that they had, and they were pretty much saying like it's pretty much done. We just want to like fine tune it. Like they sounded like it's almost ready for it to come out. So I'm also really hopeful for March. Um, but who knows at this point? I want the next competition because
Yeah.
it's almost out. We're almost out of February.
Well, what I'm hoping
Um,
is like speaking of next competition, is that next competition rolls us into the exploration and monster fighting.
mm,
Right? Sort of like how, remember
yeah,
when we
maybe.
had the Road to the Fractured Fate, the very last
Yeah,
competition after the World Series 2 for
yeah,
season 2. We rolled in, and then that after that happened, then we got the regions and all that stuff sort of formed up. Even with the essences, right? Like we led into a competition, and the whole concept was we just released essences. Now we're doing the essence stuff, right? So it'd be kind of cool if like they did something in the sense of like this next competition is sort of like, you know, braving the
all
wilderness
about
or
monsters.
exploring the
Yeah,
frontier or something, right?
yeah,
And
that's a
then
great point. Maybe that's why they delaying the competition a little bit because they're fine tuning those new concepts.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Get it all ready so that we do a 1 week competition, and then coming out of that 1 week competition, it's like Tuesday or something. They have the weekend to basically get everything up on the servers, and then come Monday, Tuesday, it's like bam, here it is. Here's all that new content. As to what it's going to be, I have no idea. But I mean, I see my kids, like all the students that I teach, right? They all play on their phone, and they're playing like Roblox and stuff like that, all on their phone, right? Just like basically like little joysticks on either corner of their phone screen. And so I just envision like it'd be so cool if we had that option of like actually going and like it's an overworld that we can walk around and you're controlling the character via your, you know, mobile basically, instead of like a keyboard and mouse. So it'd be interesting. But I mean, I'm starting to lean more towards it's going to probably be super passive. Like if I were to be honest, it's going to be like a very like set it and forget it type play style again.
Yeah, it might be like that, but with those timers, come back in 5 hours and collect your harvest or whatever, like those farm games, those Facebook farm games back in the days.
Yeah.
That you would plant the seed and then come back and harvest or whatever. It might be like that. Send your dark line or your avatar for exploration and just come back in 5 hours and collect.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I have a feeling like they're going to go that route. But I mean, personally, I would love to see a little bit more action, right? A little bit more activity and interactive, actual activities and events to do in the game, right? Opposed to like, because right now the most active we have is dropping down and attacking people every 20 minutes, right? So I think, and that's like not even probably the intended purpose, right? People, it's like a technique people have developed just to move faster. But it'd be nice though if like I'm ultimately envisioning like you would go out and do a quest, right? Like you have a quest that's set up and now we're going to go and we got to like walk around our land, go and collect resources, fight some monsters. Maybe there's loot chests that we could like open up and stuff like that. And then, that takes an hour. We come back to our city as sort of like our loading hub. Come back to our city. We've got a bunch of gold that our city has been generating. We can do some updates, upgrades, send out another attack, get our loadout ready, choose another quest that's like 30 minutes. You go out, run, do that quest, come back in 30 minutes, get a little bit more gold, level up, and then you can go and do a raid. It's an hour and a half or 2 hour raid, and you group up with some friends. You go out, do that, and then you come back to your city, and do your upgrades and stuff like that. And then that way it's sort of like you're always coming back to your city with the resources, the stuff you found, all your loot and everything, but it's really specific to normal mode, right? That's where like we need something that's normal mode specific to keep people interested. And in my opinion, there needs to be assets as well, right? Something like, weapons that have random attributes to them that make them valuable on the market, right? And there's going to be armor or something like that you can find legendary armor or epic armor, and there's like different tiers, and they all have different bonuses and stuff that people could purchase on the marketplace as well, right? So that way we have a piece of the game that's not tied to selling businesses, but rather something we could go out and fight monsters for the 1% opportunity to have a weapon drop that's going to be awesome, that either we could use to be better or sell it if we've already got one, right?
Yeah, I like that. I really like the idea of what you said of having a joystick on the side of the screen and just being able to move around. And just even let's say that you're walking on your land and you're going from business to business, and to even have like when you go into a business for the screen to kind of like black out and then come back and you're inside your business with a whole new screen. And every time you go from room to room for the screen to kind of like black out and put you into that room, kind of like when just those old school games like even Mario, when you would go from like from the castle to the water and the screen kind of like blacks out, like you go to that business or to the arcade or to the bazaar. Mm-hmm. So that would be kind of cool if we had the little joystick on the screen like that, like you were saying. I really like that idea.
Yeah, and then like the big thing for me, right, would be then there's a reason to set up a city, right? Because if I can walk around in my city and look at my businesses and stuff like that, then I'm going to be incentivized to buy those skins, right? Because it's like, well, I want to have Crypto Diamond's Cool Cat as my best Cool Cat lounge, right? Set it up or something, and buy all the skins just to be able to decorate my city in more of a decorative manner, right? Like get Crypto Ocean's Yacht Club, Barbary Gym skin, right? Put that on because put that in my golden or my Sapphire Lagoons, right? Because there's the yacht and you got all the on the island, so it's kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not holding my breath for like a super crazy implementation. I'm personally still leaning probably towards it's just going to be a very passive launch an expedition, and you choose three of your avatars that are going to go on this expedition, or you might not even choose anybody. You just do it, right? It's like I'm just gonna, because if you don't have any avatars, right? I'm thinking like free to play players,
That's true.
they don't have an avatar,
Yeah.
so
It's
you
in
know,
the-
I doubt they're gonna cost lock it there, right? They're not gonna force us to buy a partner avatar just to be able to do part of the game. So
Send the Cubs that come in the trucks.
yeah,
It's in the vans.
the taco deliveries.
The taco delivery truck, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens, but I mean, as of right now, I'm hoping that we get some more information in pertaining to what monsters and size and resources are going to do. I'm hoping we get some of that information next month, hopefully by the end of next month.
Yeah, me too. At least we have the mint next week to look forward to.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's all we really got. Not really much else to speculate about. I mean, we talked a little bit about what we think the game's going to develop into, as to whether it's going to be true or not. Who knows? Do you got anything else you want to chit chat about, or shall we do the outro and then bid adieu?
Yeah, I think we did. It's a good timing. I think we're good. Some great topics. Thank you again for keeping us on track and for just a great conversation. Main City talk, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, it's always a pleasure talking Main City with you. And I mean, hopefully this isn't too long of a video for some people to listen to. I know some people like the long ones, some people like the shorter videos. So, let us know down in the comments below if this was too long of a video. I guess if it was, you probably didn't hear me ask that. So, but if you made it this far, let us know if you're okay with these long error style, or do you want it longer? I mean, I think 2 hours is about the duration I would cap out at. I don't want to go past 2 hours. So, but we haven't talked in about a month, right? So, we had quite a bit of recent development that happened to discuss, especially pertaining to partnerships and mints coming up. So, lots going on. Hopefully we get a lot more stuff going on in the next couple months here with mobile and some more of the exploration and monster fighting. But I'm not holding my breath. Hopefully we have mobile by end of June. That's the big milestone, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And we also keep the timestamps down at the bottom, so you guys can go through the videos, through the different topics that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank you guys as always for the support. And also we appreciate all the comments. Anything that you guys want us to talk about, like somebody mentioned about the furniture and comparing the furniture and why we had different levels. So we did that. So any other comments that you guys have that you would want us to discuss in the podcast, just let us know. We'll be happy to talk about that.
Yes, most definitely. That's key. If you guys have any topics you want us to discuss, or anything strategic wise or strategy wise for us, if you want to see some sort of segment on that type of topic, drop it down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We are always looking for other things to discuss. So definitely open to suggestions. But thank you very much for joining me again, DJ Orakle. Always a pleasure chit-chatting with you. And thank you for everybody that has made it this far into the video. We appreciate your support, and hopefully you enjoyed the video and the discussions that we had today.
Yes, thank you for having us. Into the next one. Peace.
Catch you guys later.